Hello, and welcome to the channel. I'm Brendan Breen, Vice President of Strategic Initiatives for ISA. Today, I'd like to take you on a journey. Imagine for a moment that you had the gift of foresight and could anticipate roller coaster business cycles, get ahead of industry disruption, and build a workforce that would allow you to thrive for years to come. Would be pretty nice, right? But before we get there, our journey today starts back in April, when the Industrial Supply Association hosted ISA 21, a virtual event that challenged its more than 2,500 attendees to think differently and address a common theme. Can you guess what that theme was?
The future,
our future,
the future,
the
wave of the future.
the future.
Discussions about the future were top of mind throughout the event. But don't just consider this a recap of the event. ISA 21 was so much more than that. It was a call to action for the companies in the industrial supply channel to think about the future. And today, I'm going to break down 3 big takeaways from ISA 21 that will help you think about your business and whether you're ready for the future. This channel episode connects back to 3 of the ISA drivers of success. They are go-to-market strategy, talent recruitment and retention, and analytics. So let's get started. Let's start with business transformation. Given the ever-evolving world we live in, it takes confidence, determination, and a clear vision to position your company for future success. During ISA 21, we asked Eric Gershwin, President and CEO of MSC, to share their recent transformation story. In January of 2021, industrial distributor MSC announced that as part of its mission-critical strategy, it would be closing 73 of its branch locations and creating what they call virtual customer care hubs. This was a big bet for the future of MSC, and it was interesting to hear what led up to this decision and how they approached the reinvention of the company.
I go back to my grandfather, to the beginning, to Sid and to my uncle Mitch, and the legacy they've put in this business around reinvention. I'm reminded of the great Wayne Gretzky quote. Gretzky said that good hockey players skate to where the puck is and great hockey players skate to where the puck is going. We took a look at some of the early trends, and we didn't take comfort in where we were today. We didn't look at a snapshot, we trended out where it was going. There were really 3 catalysts that led to it. Number 1 was we looked around us and saw disruptive threats on the horizon. New entrants, new digital entrants moving fast. We're playing by different rules. Digital technology, bringing transparency along with millennial buyers who were going to see things differently. The second catalyst I point to was we started to hear a drumbeat louder and louder from our customer base. And again, our customer base is mostly manufacturing and heavy industry. And I would say that drumbeat began really coming out of the global financial crisis 08-09. Many of our customers faced a near-death experience. Many of them faced new challenges. There was a reawakening to the importance of cash, of lead times, of speeding up time to market. And this drumbeat began. Our customers seeing more competitive intensity, more overseas threats, more margin pressure, their own disruptions. And so the drumbeat was around, we need help. We need help. We don't just need help getting products into our dock next day. We actually need help running our business better. We need help finding productivity. We need help speeding up cycle times. We need help getting our end product into our customers' hands faster because that's how we make money. We saw this opportunity, or as we refer to it as white space, where our customers were calling out for help. And we looked inside the company and said, we think we can help fill this white space or solve these problems. The third point I'd raise is we also took a hard look at the risk of not moving, of not changing. And we thought that risk was greater.
For those that are interested in hearing the entire interview with Eric, where he shares the what and the how of MSC's transformation for the future, click the link below. This decision was a big bet for the future of MSC, but the reality is that the companies with a keen eye on the future and the guts to transform are more likely to remain relevant in the long term. The pace of change is just too quick to not set a bold strategy right now. Staying with this theme, let's talk about potentially the most critical factor when setting a strategy for the future: the people. Companies charting their own course need to be asking themselves whether they have the right talent to help the company transform. At ISA 21, we heard how a company culture that values diversity and inclusion can make a big difference and help the bottom line.
To me, DE&I is simply a fundamental belief that my team
my business and my industry is better when everyone doesn't look and think and act the same, when our differences are celebrated, when folks are treated equitably, and when people feel included, that they're part of something and not just on the outside. It's also about having diversity of thought. It's a really challenging and competitive environment out there. We're competing for customers, we're competing for supply, we're especially competing for talent. And when we build a team with different types of talents, experiences, backgrounds, and capabilities, we're going to be more creative. We're going to bring our unique perspectives. We're going to complement each other. We're going to be able to recruit, develop, and retain the best talent available.
It's not just a social movement. Because some of the things that I was excited to bring to this conversation was moving beyond some of the buzzwords and, the CEOs that we interact with. At the core of the conversations that many people are having is a holistic DEI strategy that directly ties to competitiveness, it ties to innovation, it ties to financial performance of a company.
We're going to be an organization that's going to put the best talent into the right spots. But by having more options, more intentionality, we think that's going to build us a better organization.
And so by addressing some of these elements, you can directly contribute to the exact challenge that we face of attracting, retaining talent and impacting the overarching health of an organization.
But it's not just about looking inward. It's also how you connect with prospective next-gen talent. We caught up with Patrick Curry from Fullerton Tool and Jim Terry from PF Markey to hear how they are tapping into their community by leveraging relationships with trade schools and local colleges. Doing this helps them position their companies as attractive employers, as well as prepare those soon to be entering the workforce for a career in this industry.
What you're seeing is that you've got to get involved in your community. And the very first thing that Pat and I did was get involved at the high school level and the CTE level. From there, it goes to the community college level and the university level. Because if you want to build that future pipeline of talent, it's not about just reaching out to these places. It's about being engaged. It's about being part of the organizations, because when you do that, you're actually getting the cream of the crop. You're getting the top quality students at all these levels.
You got to work with your competitors. Pull them into the mix, because you saw that Roll-O-Matic at Delta College. I've been working with Harvey Performance, with other manufacturers, competitive manufacturers, to really help with the curriculum, get more students into class, and really build that up as a staple for all of us. Because I can't hire everybody, but I know we got a lot of people retiring. We've got a lot of need in the future as we grow, and so does our competitors. So if we can help really make it a robust system, we'll have a pipeline for everybody.
A strong pipeline for everybody is exactly what is needed to meet the challenges of the future. By connecting with your local community, you can ensure that you have who you need to execute your bold new strategy. To hear more from Patrick and Jim, as well as several more talent-related sessions, click the link below. So let's review. It's about finding the right strategy, committing to it, and making sure you have the talent to support it. But what about looking out to the world around you? Do the macroeconomic factors support your strategy? Before you jump, let's make sure that the timing is right so that you can have the confidence to move boldly. At ISA 21, we asked economist Alan Beaulieu what he believes is the future economic landscape for the companies in the industrial channel. More importantly, what they should be doing now to take advantage of the opportunities.
The economy is going to continue to be your friend going forward. COVID, fortunately, is on the wane and will continue to be so as far as we can tell. And then meet with your team and go, all right, if we're going to be seeing an economy that's in growth mode into 23, what do we need to plan on? Much more important to the fact that interest rates are low and they're going to stay low. Hopefully you're grabbing onto this and you're enjoying this fact that they are low, and you're investing in yourself, you're making acquisitions, you're innovating products, you're just spending like there's no tomorrow. Interest rates this low are a gift of the Federal Reserve Board and the Treasury compared to inflation. It is free money. You want to be borrowing as much as you possibly can to invest in your business. The future is good. I'm going to be getting to that. The future is yours. So invest in growth, organic or bolt-on. Make sure you're looking at new places to do business, ways to do business, new lines that you want to take on, whatever you need to do. If you haven't spent a ton of money on IT in the last couple of years, borrow some money and update your IT. That will crush you if you don't. If you have not spent a lot of money on labor-saving devices and systems and processes, spend a lot of money on that. If you don't, you will get crushed by labor costs if you can get labor at all. make sure that you're taking advantage of the low interest rates, my friends. This is not something you can afford to just let go. So use the Top Line Pulse to do that. That tool that is amazing. It uses rates of change. If you're not using it, please do so. ISA has provided one of the most important tools that you can have. So please don't let it go by. You're in a good place. For those of you that are selling into manufacturing, this is your future. This is your world. This is great news for you because we're well positioned to march into the future. ISA provides the thought leadership. ISA provides the structure. ISA provides everything you need to take advantage of everything that I'm talking about so that you can employ people, be successful, take care of your families, and do everything that you care to do in this world.
Based on that, it sounds like the time to move boldly into the future is now. To find out more about ISA's Top Line Pulse, click the link below. At ISA, we believe that the companies who focus on where the puck is headed rather than where it is now are more likely to succeed. To help provide some concrete guidance and structure for our ISA members, we developed something we call Channel 2.0. Let's hear an excerpt from ISA President and CEO Ed Gerber's presentation as he shares what Channel 2.0 is and how it can help your business.
And our purpose at ISA is to help lead the channel forward, and we do that by delivering on education and tools to help you remain relevant throughout industry change. Channel 2.0 is a great example of how we do that. This is a strategic framework. You'll see here 4 circles. We actually call them compasses because, like a compass, it helps you navigate change. And there's one for each stakeholder in the channel. We start with the end user first. You'll see that on the far left. We believe by focusing on the end user first and understanding how their needs are evolving and changing, we better understand the waterfall effect or the impact that will have for all the stakeholders in the channel. You guys, distributors, manufacturers, and independent reps. As you're thinking about change and how it impacts your business, always keep in mind that it starts with the end user.
If you've been following ISA over these last couple of years, you've heard us talk a lot about the end user and how understanding their evolution is key to developing a winning strategy for the future. If you have any questions or you want to learn more about Channel 2.0, click the link below to download the compasses. ISA 21 wasn't just an event. It truly was an invitation to the future. I'd invite you to leverage all that ISA has to offer to move your company forward. So that's all for today. Thanks for joining me, and we will see you next time on the channel.